Today on NewsCenter, check out the Say Boo to Drugs event that happened in Laughlin on Halloween, watch runners race in the Nearly Naked Mile,
and hear about some of the ghost stories told at the Fuzzy Duck over the weekend. All this and more today on NewsCenter.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Bailey Kellum.
And I'm Sahara LaForce. Here's what's making headlines for November 2nd, 2017.
Police have arrested the man they suspect is being responsible for racist graffiti appearing on a McClure Circle home 2 weeks ago. Jeffrey Masters, 20-year-old and a Moorhead resident, admitted to the Moorhead police on Tuesday that he painted racial slurs on the home of 2 African-American students. According to officials, Masters said he meant no harm to the residents of the home, and the graffiti was a direct result of his intoxication levels. Masters could face up to 5 years in prison if convicted of a hate crime.
Say Boo to Drugs was an event held in Laughlin Health Building Halloween night. Parents were encouraged to bring their children out to trick-or-treat in an inside, free, family safe zone.
It's a tremendous community event. Just Say Boo to Drugs has another theme to it as well, and I think the organizers of this event, who have done it for several years now, tremendous community event. It's safe. Children and families can come here on this night and go through. There'll be as many as 1,000 kids and their families that'll go through line tonight for candy and to socialize and really do it in a very, very safe environment. So to all of those who play a part in this is just another outstanding community event here in Moorhead-Round County. So I know I've participated probably for 6 or 7 years at least, and it just seems it gets bigger and better every year. You know, the weather today is cool, but it's beautiful, so the weather's good for people to come out. And you know, it's one thing to be able to go door to door in your neighborhood, and that's okay as well, and that's fine, but you know, this is really a safe environment. It's well organized. All the businesses and different organizations that come here to make this a successful event, all those folks are to be complimented for that. The Moorhead community, Round County, is a giving community. It's a community that's involved in its community, and this is just, I think, another example of what makes this community an outstanding community to be in.
It's such a great opportunity to get to make connections with the kids and with the community, and to just really raise awareness about our program and to get the program out there, and also get to really give back to the community that helps us. Absolutely, I think it's a great place for families to come and for kids to come and just enjoy Halloween or any other holiday and just kind of have a fun time and in a safe environment.
Moorhead State received a grant for nearly $400,000 on Monday. Toyota wants to assist in science, technology, engineering, and math curriculum to build up the STEM foundations in the Appalachian region. President Morgan has indicated that he will grant money. The grant money will be integrated into several initiatives which the school is already pursuing. On Monday, the company announced their unveiling ceremony for an $80 million North American engineering headquarters located in Georgetown. Project Lead the Way will be able to help with teacher training because of the donation. The Fuzzy Duck Coffee House hosted an event on Friday where Appalachian ghost stories were shared.
Friday, the Fuzzy Duck Coffee House held a scary storytelling competition where anyone from the area could come and tell their story. Contestants entered for a chance to win a $20 gift card to the coffee shop. Sarah Beth Lowe met with NewsCenter to talk about the competition and what's coming in the future.
So this is our very first, hopefully annual ghost storytelling event here at Coffee Tree Books. The idea came to me because I really want to start collecting regional stories from our area, and nothing is better than good Appalachian ghost stories. So after a few weeks of mulling it over, I decided to put it out on Facebook, see what people thought, and the response was overwhelming at first. People were very interested to hear ghost stories. I don't think a lot of people are necessarily interested in telling them, but it's fear out of not knowing how to tell a good ghost story. But just like we see at folk art, what makes it great is, you know, people coming in, giving us their own ideas, their own voice, and so hopefully next year that's what I'd like to encourage.
MSPR recorded the event and the winner's story was aired. For more information about the Fuzzy Duck, go to their Facebook page at Coffee Tree Books.
A famous British production will be taking place in Baird next week. The music department will be performing Pirates of Penzance in Duncan Recital Hall. It will be November 8th through the 11th at 7:30 each night. The play features a lot of jabs and political satire and is typically a favorite. The show has 22 MSU students in it, as well as an orchestra of students. Tickets for the show are $5, and MSU students are admitted for free on Wednesday. A 29-year-old man driving a rental truck plowed down people in Lower Manhattan on a crowded bike path on Tuesday in what authorities describe as New York's deadliest terrorist attack since 9/11. The attack killed 8 people and injured 11 before the suspect police. Authorities say that the accused attacker plotted for weeks before carrying out the attack in the name of the Islamic State.
2 members of the Trump administration have been in the spotlight this past week. Paul Manafort, the former campaign chairman to Donald Trump, was indicated on Monday regarding Russian ties during the 2016 election. Not too long after Trump made comments on Twitter claiming that he does not believe that this indictment is relevant, George Papadopoulos, the former foreign policy advisor for Donald Trump's 2016 presidential campaign, pled guilty to lying to the FBI about having contacts with Russian government in the 2016 election. These 2 incidents could have a negative effect for the Trump administration.
Hey Eden, how's the weather looking for today?
Well, it's actually looking good. We started out with pretty chilly this morning, but then it actually got warmer throughout the day.
Oh yeah, I noticed I had to wear a jacket throughout most of the morning, but it wasn't as bad as it has been for the past week or so.
No, most students were shocked to walk out of their first class and find that they didn't need their coat anymore.
I know I was. I almost wore a coat walking to here, and then I went outside, and it was so warm.
Let's just go ahead and take a look at our Doppler forecast for this weekend. As you can see, we've got a ton of precipitation coming our way, so that means this weekend we're definitely going to need to break those jackets back out to shield ourselves from the rain.
So will it be thunderstorms or just raining?
Well, it's looking like thunderstorms right now.
Oh, goodness. Well, thanks, Eden. We'll take a look at the extended weather forecast a bit later. We'll be back with more news after the break.
Hey, new MSU student. Where are you off to in such a hurry?
I gotta head back to my dorm to make lunch before my next class.
Well, what if I told you there's a place that serves Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, Jump Asian Express, and the kitchen, and so much more?
Well, jeepers, mister, that sure would be swell, but where would a place like that be?
Welcome to 3rd Street Eats. It's open Monday through Thursdays, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., and on Fridays, they're open only till 4 p.m.
Mister, how am I supposed to pay for this food when I don't have any cash on me?
You can use Beaker Bucks, Flex, or your meal plan.
I'd like to use a meal, please. Thanks for showing me around 3rd Street, mister. This place is swell.
You're welcome, but oh wait. There you go. Now you're ready to take on the rest of your week. Go Eagles!
A fire killed 1 man last week. Kentucky State Police are investigating the deadly blaze that took place in Rowan County. 31-year-old John Smith was killed in the fire, and his fiancée Tiara Mays was sent to St. Clair's Hospital with burns. The fire took place a week ago around 1 a.m. off McBrayer Road. The fire is still under investigation, but no foul play is suspected.
A local soldier walked 140 miles in memory of a friend. Kentucky Air National Guardsman Nathan Tingle walked from Louisville to Moorhead for a friend who was killed in the War on Terror. The Rowan County native walked along US 60 while carrying a 50-pound rucksack. The walk took 1 week and was in memory of Navy SEAL Colin Thomas. Tingle wants to share his friend's story while also raising awareness and funds for the Special Operation Warrior Foundation. The foundation gives full financial assistance for a post-secondary degree to children of Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine Corps Special Operation personnel who lost their lives in the line of duty. There is currently a fundraiser set at firstgiving.com under Ruck for Colin.
A special education teacher at Rowan County Middle School is one of 3 finalists for Educator of the Year from the Council for Exceptional Children, or CEC. Allison Sloan has taught special education at the school for 18 years and says making her students feel secure is her #1 priority. The CEC advocates for the innovation of educational opportunities for students with learning disabilities and provides training and support for teachers across the state. The CEC conference will take place on Sunday, November 19th in Louisville.
MSPR will be conducting one of its quarterly meetings. This meeting is with the Community Advisory Board and will be next Wednesday, November 8th. The Community Advisory Board is made of a group of individuals who live in MSPR's service region. They help the General Manager review network goals, programming, and policies. They also help grow the listening audience, provide community service, and train students. The meeting will be in the MSPR studios at 6 p.m. and it will be open to the public. The annual Morehead State University Halloween Costume Contest and Rocky Horror Picture Show film screening drew in a cross-campus and community audience. The event held in the Claypool Young Art Building and presented by Morehead State's Department of Art and Design, Spectrum, and the Cottle College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences.
So we're at our yearly costume contest here at the Morehead State University, and it's awesome. It's like every single person on campus tries to crowd into a small room in the hottest costumes they can to win something cool. A few of the art faculty is actually judging the costume contest here, and it's an awesome treat for every single person.
We've been doing it every year in Claypool for about 12 years, so it's kind of like an honor, kind of a cool thing to be a part of, to help set up. So really, we're just having a lot of fun doing costume contests and, you know, being creative and all that. The costumes were really great this year, so they were wonderful. Rocky Horror, of course, is like a tradition. It's like a cult classic, so we get to experience a little bit of that culture, do all those things. So it's been really fun.
President Donald Trump has stated that he is open to the idea of sending the alleged attacker in Manhattan to Guantanamo Bay. President Trump stated that there needs to be a greater U.S. punishment. President Trump also pledged to end the green card lottery that the suspect had entered that allowed him to access to the U.S. The green card lottery started in 1990 in order to award U.S. permanent residents visas to about 50,000 applicants to help boost diversity in the U.S. President Trump stated that the process to terminate the lottery program has started. Delta Zeta sorority will be hosting a wiffle ball tournament next week. The tournament will be taking place next Tuesday at 6 p.m. in Laughlin Gym. All of the proceeds from the event will be going towards the Starkey Hearing Foundation. The Starkey Hearing Foundation makes hearing aids for people around the world who cannot afford a hearing aid. Teams must register by Monday, November 6th. The cost to participate is $25. Any questions can be directed to Bree McKnight.
After the break, Eden Jordan has your extended weather forecast for the week.
And later we take a look at the MSU homecoming festivities for this week's NewsCenter Spotlight.
Looking for somewhere to test your true benching ability? In need of your own rack to squat? Don't feel like running outside in muggy weather and just want a place where you can get good cardio without having to go very far? Come out to our recreational center. Hours and job offerings are available on mymorehead.com.
It never gets old, huh?
Nope.
Kind of makes you want to...
Breaking a song?
Yeah? I love the sunset.
I love Eagle Lake.
I love the forest.
I love when the Eagles play.
I love the campus.
And all its sights and sounds.
Boom-de-yada, boom-de-yada. Boom-de-yada, boom-de-yada.
I love philosophy.
I love diversity. I love English. And all its weird words.
I love the music.
And all its melodies. Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada.
I love fraternities.
I love sororities. I love to draw things. And all the athletes. I love Morehead.
It's such a pretty place.
Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada.
Hi, I'm Eden Jordan, and I'll be bringing you your weather forecast for this week. Now, you may have noticed that fall weather has already set in, so it's safe to say that we can finally put away our bathing suits. Now, our current conditions in Moorhead are 71 degrees with cloudy skies. Humidity is at 58% and winds are at 10 miles per hour. You may have also noticed this morning on your way to class that it was pretty chilly, but as you exited, you didn't need your coat anymore. Record temperatures for today are a high of 84 degrees in 1961, a low of 17 degrees in 1913. Normal highs nowadays are 64 degrees and normal lows are 40 degrees. Now, as we mentioned before, we're a little higher than our normal highs for this day and time, as we now sit at around 71 degrees. Now let's look at our live Doppler radar. So we can see that we have some heavy precipitation coming in for this weekend. So it's safe to say that there are going to be thunderstorms this weekend. We're going to want to make sure that you're either in the house or ready for the rain. Now let's go to our temperature map. So we can see in Ashland, we've got a warm 76 degrees, 72 in Lexington and Louisville, 73 in Frankfort, 71 in Bowling Green, and 71 in good old Moorhead. For tonight's forecast, we're going to have late showers tonight, a low of 61 degrees, 60% precipitation, with sunset occurring at 6:32 p.m. Looking at tomorrow's forecast, we're going to have thunder showers, so we're going to want to make sure that we have a nice heavy-duty umbrella. We have a high of 66 degrees with sunrise happening at 8:02 a.m. Wouldn't be so bad if we didn't have all that rain coming. Now it's time for our 7-day forecast. As mentioned, on Friday we're going to have a few storms with a 60% chance of precipitation. Moving into Saturday, we're still going to have storms, but with 50% chance of precipitation. Sunday, we're going to get a little bit of a break from probably these showers and have a nice warm day with only a 30% chance. Monday we're going to have another cold front, bringing us back to a 70% chance of precipitation, leaving us that way throughout the rest of the week with more clouds, more rain, and heavier jackets. Now let's also remember that the time change is going to be happening, so you're going to want to set your clock back an hour. And that's your weather for the week. Let's go back to the desk for our NewsCenter Spotlight.
The Nearly Naked Mile, a mile-long charity run for Rowan County kids during the winter, finished last night.
NewsCenter Kyle King raced there for the story.
This event, we do it every year in the fall, so this year is actually the 11th annual year, so it started back in around 2007. So the event is a benefit coat drive, and all of the proceeds go to Rowan County High School. They also go to Moorhead's Career Service Center if we get some more dressy coats and everything. So the purpose of our event is really to get people to see what it feels like to not have a coat in the winter. So we ask people to bring in the coats and everything, and then we also ask for a donation of $3 this year. In the past, we've had people ask us, I don't have a coat to give, so what can I do to still participate in the event? So this year we extended it to $3, and the $3 is then used to go purchase a coat. So a lot of people are unable to come to our event currently, so we have opened it to where you can also turn in a coat and still receive a t-shirt. So when you turn in a coat or $3, you get a free t-shirt in return. And we have it where at the Palmer House, which is located at the corner behind Claypool Art Building, and you can still give your coat and get a t-shirt by Friday.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's go. Good work.
When we come back, Jordan has your Eagle Athletics update.
Yo, why are you looking at bags, bro? What you need is a chick magnet. You put me in the room and boom, chicks. That's what I'm talking about.
Welcome back. I'm Jordan Adams with your Eagle Athletics update. The Morehead State football team lost 63-32 over the weekend against Valparaiso. Senior wide receiver Jaron Higginbotham racked up 90 yards and 2 touchdowns off 3 catches. Defensive end Jamil Butler had a career high with 10 stops, but the effort wasn't enough to stop the Crusaders with a remarkable 597 offensive yards. The Eagles have a bye week and will get back into action next Saturday as they travel to Tenney Stadium to take on Marist College. Kickoff will be at noon. The University of Kentucky hosted the men's basketball team at Rupp Arena this Monday as part of the Kentucky Cares Classic. The Eagles fell 92-67 to Kentucky Wildcats, but a win wasn't all the team was after. Head coach Preston Spraglin said about the match, "This will be a great learning tool for us as we go forward and build this as we go through the season."
You know, it finally gives you a chance to play against someone else and gives you a chance to come in and kind of see where you're at. And I think the timing of it was good because there's plenty of time on the backside when you come home and you evaluate that stuff to see what lessons you need to learn, teach those lessons, and then come back and make sure that you've got them there and see what it is you need to work on and what's working and what's not. And so, so there's a lot of takeaways from it. You know, we weren't happy with our turnovers, some of which were forced by them and their length, and felt like many of which were just errors on our part, whether they were fatigue, whether they were the atmosphere, or just, you know, strictly getting away from the things that we've worked on. And so that was a little bit discouraging. Our execution wasn't terrible. I really loved the way that we competed, especially on the glass. Thought our guys played hard. And so there was a lot of positives to take from it. But again, just, you know, being able to come in and watch that film against someone else is very valuable.
The teams raised nearly $450,000 for the charity event in ticket sales alone. All proceeds from the Eagles' first preseason competition will go towards Team Rubicon, a nonprofit organization that benefits victims of recent natural disasters across the United States. Morehead State has one more exhibition game remaining on its schedule, tuning up in front of the home crowd at Johnson Arena before opening the regular season at Xavier on November 10th. The Eagles host Cincinnati Christian on Monday, November 6th at 7 p.m. The Rifle team shot their way to victory, 4,605 to 4,571 this weekend against North Georgia. With the first home win, four Eagles shot personal records, including sophomore Alexa Potts shooting a combined score of 1,101. The Eagles will return to Button Rifle Range to take on UT Martin this Saturday and Sunday. That's it for sports. We'll be back with more news after the break.
city of Fort Knox, Kentucky plans to break ground next week on a new medical clinic. The clinic is aimed at serving the Central Kentucky Army Post. The groundbreaking ceremony, which will be hosted by the Ireland Army Health Clinic on November 9th, was announced in a statement released by the city. The new facility will be more than 101,000 square feet and will include state-of-the-art technology. Built in 1957, the existing medical clinic is the Army's oldest medical clinic and will be replaced with the NewsCenter. With an expected opening in 2020, the facility will keep the name Ireland in honor of Major General Merritt Weber Ireland, who was the 23rd Surgeon General of the Army. Ireland oversaw the rebuilding of Walter Reed Army Hospital and set up the Medical Field Services Corps. A handful of St. Clair healthcare locations have earned recognition from the National Committee for Quality Insurance, or NCQA, a patient-centered medical home program, including the branch located in downtown Moorhead. NCQA is a private, nonprofit organization whose mission is to improve the quality of healthcare and accredits and certifies a wide range of healthcare organizations. The program assesses primary care on a number of factors, including teamwork, information, technology, improving patients' experience of care, and reducing costs. In order to be recognized, St. Clair Family Medicine had to demonstrate the ability to meet these key elements. Other locations recognized are Olive Hill, Sandy Hook, Frenchburg, and Owensville.
An annual art exhibit closed last Friday. The artwork from the exhibition came from participants in Linda Brewer's watercolor class. The class was taught at the Rowan County Art Center, and some of the artwork has been displayed there all month. There were 50 paintings on display. Some of these paintings are for sale and priced between $100 and $200. The closing reception included drinks and snacks for the participants.
A yak exposition was hosted at the University Farm on Saturday. The second East of the Mississippi Yak Exposition brought together farmers and yaks from all around. The exposition had 40 yaks, which came from 4 different states: Indiana, Kentucky, Virginia, and Ohio. It was sponsored by 2 farms, Sheba Shinga and O Yaks. Speakers at the event spoke about yak health, trace mineral levels, and inbreeding. There was also live music and yak chili and burgers at the event, as well as other goods for sale.
The Moorhead State University Honors Program teamed up with the Tri-County Animal Shelter to host the annual Puppy Playtime event. The Academic Honors students hosted the event in Fields Hall Lawn on Thursday, October 26th. Let's take a look.
We're the Academic Honor Student Association, and we're just bringing the shelter dogs from the Tri-County Animal Shelter to here. Okay. Where the donations are going towards paying the adoption fee of the dog that's been there the longest, which is Reggie, all the way in the back there, who likes to bark, so we're kind of keeping him in his own little area.
That'll be it for us tonight. Remember, your news is always on NewsCenter's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages.
And you can catch this broadcast again on msutv.net.
On behalf of everyone here at NewsCenter, I'm Bailey Kellum.
And I'm Sahara LaForce. Have a good evening.